Hi, my name is Fiso. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to my channel. Get your cuppa and just chill with me and talk about money. Today we are talking about 10 commandments to fix a hot financial mess. I came up with 10, so today I'm kind of going King James style. Yeah. So the first one is you need to know how much money is coming in and out of your bank account. Yeah, there's no excuse. You need to know how much you earn. You need to know how much you're gonna spend. So your bank account is it's your own personal financial information. You should be really on top of it. You should check it regularly. Know what you're expecting and know what your expenditure will be. All right. Point number 2, your monthly commitment budget. Make sure you exactly know how much you are expecting to spend in the month, as in how much your bills are gonna be, how much your gas, electricity, just to name a few bills, how much they're gonna be exactly. And also you need to make sure that when your money, whatever will come into your account, is more than what goes out, or rather make sure what goes out is less than what's coming in. This will help you avoid overspending or overcommitting yourself to the things that you can't afford. And always budget. We've heard about the concept of budgeting a lot, but most of us don't really do it. Always budget. Just write a list or write it down. This is how much money I'm gonna make. This is what I'm gonna pay out. These are my commitments. Always have a budget. And in your budget, teach yourself to budget for your savings, right? What that means is that in your budget, right, you list your income. I don't know, maybe you've got 2 jobs. Job number 1, job number 2, maybe $10,000. The next one, $10,000. So you've got 20,000 in all coming in, maybe per fortnight or per month. And then list your expenses: rent, gas, electricity, and then list among your expenses, list your savings. So that makes it compulsory for you. So you are telling yourself that I've got to put this much aside. No matter what, I've got to put this much aside. So I've heard this concept from other people, and I really think it's a good idea to get you started into putting some money towards your saving and develop that saving muscle. And we've always heard it, or I've often heard it says that human beings are creatures of habit. So it's more about developing the habit. It's not about how much you save. You can start from as little as possible, like $10. Start from there. Gradually increase it to 20, 30, 40. You know? Yeah, or maybe eventually maybe make your saving a certain percentage. Let's say from your income, tell yourself I'm going to save 30%. At least 30% should go towards my saving. That's a good start. Point number 4, learn to say no. No, that's resist. That's impulse buying. Say no to self. Say no to yourself. How many people say no to themselves? Usually we justify it like, oh, I worked so hard, I deserve it. I worked so hard, I deserve it. Yes, you do. Yes, I feel like I deserve it at times, but I've got to be. If it's impulse, I don't deserve it. If it's impulse, I'm just doing it because I've seen it. So learn to say no. The next one is number 5, learn to say no to others. Okay? Say no to others. If you can't afford it, say no. If you can't do it, say no. If it's way over your budget, way over your affordability, you should be able to say no. And I think the best thing is really, most people struggle with what other people are going to say. Try not to think about what other people are going to say. Try to think about yourself. I'm not saying be selfish, but I'm saying be realistic. You know your situation, the other person doesn't. So say no to others if you can't afford it. Or for instance, like maybe you're going out, you know, and your friends choose an expensive restaurant and it's beyond your affordability, it's okay to say, sorry, can we just change it? Can we go somewhere different? They should be okay with that. If they say no, they can't, that's where they want to go, then you can decide that, you know, I think I'll skip this one. I'll join you next time. So learn to say no. Don't always think about making other people happy at your own expense. 6, do not be a man pleaser. A man pleaser, okay? A man pleaser does things to make other people happy. You know, it's more, this point number 6 is kind of similar to point number 5 in a way, which I said, say no to others. This one I'm saying, don't be a man pleaser. Don't let your motive for doing things be to make other people happy. Yeah? You can't be making other people happy all the time at your own expense. So be there. Like me, I've got friends. I'm there for people. If I can, I will help. But I'm not gonna do it when I can't afford it. I'm not gonna do something that will make me end up not being able to pay my mortgage, because that's really going too far. It means I'm gonna be homeless at the expense of pleasing somebody. So I'm not prepared to go that far. So don't be a man pleaser. Love people, care for people, but don't do things to please people. You know, basically that's that. Point number 7. A lot of people say they can't save. They say, oh, I can't save because when my money comes in and pay all the bills, I'm left with nothing. Okay, if this is your situation, you've overcommitted yourself and really there's no way you can do anything to your budget, I suggest you get a second job. You know, get a second job, do a part-time job once or twice a week, you know, and the money that comes from that job, just tell yourself it doesn't exist. Have a separate account where it goes to, and you don't touch that money. It's your savings. You like, come rain, come thunder, that money goes to saving. I don't touch that money. So that's another idea. Or you could just do something on the side, something to generate income. Just anything, you know, that can generate income. Sell products. Companies are now into using consultants to sell products, so you can subscribe to one of those and be selling products to people and make money. Just find another way of making money. All right. Number 8, I love this one. Check where your pockets are leaking. Yeah, where are your pockets leaking? These days we don't tend to carry a lot of money around. Everything is in your bank account, but still your bank account could be leaking. That means money comes in, yeah, but then it flies out at a faster rate than it came in. Okay, so it means your pockets, they could be leaking somewhere. When I talk about leaking pockets, I'm talking about things like your fines. You're getting fines, penalties. I know it does happen at times, you know, I've received fines before. Maybe I just make a wrong judgment and I think I can park here for 30 minutes and end up parking for an hour. Okay, but be mindful of that and make sure fines are expensive. The reason why they're expensive, it's a penalty. It's to discourage you from doing what you did. So it's usually a big hit into your pocket, into your budget. So those are the things that you can watch out for. And impulse buying, you know how when you walk in the shop, they tend to have the chocolates, the lollies, you know, all those small things right by the till, and you're thinking, I'm just gonna grab that, you know, because most cases, like I've heard this point that don't go shopping when you're hungry. I think it's so true. When you are hungry, you just want to grab something, just to eat something while you do your shopping or as soon as you finish doing your shopping. So you're buying on impulse. Watch out for impulse buying. Just know that those items are there to grab your attention. Don't let a chocolate distort you from achieving your dreams or distort you from saving. Yeah, because every time you get there, and usually things like chocolates, crisps, you know, they're very cheap, and Cokes and stuff, they're always having sales there. So you really can't resist just adding. But then what usually happens is, before you know it, if you went there to buy bread, you've come up with a basket full of all these items that you didn't need. Point number 9, I love this one. Beware of small costs. Beware of small costs. I came across this I came across this point about the boat. They say even a small hole can sink a boat. A small hole, a small leakage into a boat or a ship, it can sink it. Okay, so I just kind of changed it into finance, into money. Even small costs, they add up. So watch out for those. So my next point is, don't borrow from loan sharks. Loan sharks, when we talk about loan sharks, is those providers of finance who charge ridiculous interest rates, like crazy interest rates. Like you borrow $1 and you're paying $1.50, like 50%, or you borrow $1, you are paying like 30%, when you can get other lenders who can charge you, I don't know, 10%, 15%, for instance. Wow, which in my own opinion is still a lot of money. 10%, 15% is a lot of money. So beware of those. You know, try to manage your finances well. Learn to manage your finances well, so that when you need finance, because at one point in our lives we tend to need this financing, maybe to buy big things like houses, maybe cars, so that when you want to borrow or you want to utilize finance, you can borrow favorable. I hope you enjoyed my 10 commandments to fix a hot financial mess. Hope you find them helpful. If you need me to share something else in the area of finance, feel free to comment down below. Subscribe to my channel and share it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great time, and hopefully you'll fix your finances or improve your finances, get them in order. Thank you for tuning in once again. Bye.